Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this video is for IM1 first semester review part 4. Okay, this is a part 4 worksheet. And here is the answer key. So if you have to rewind or pause it right now and take notes of our answer key, but I will reference it as we go along with the problems I selected. So if you're going to pause it now. Okay, so here's a problem that we must know for our final. I give us 2 points here, point 1, point 2, and we need to find the slope of the line for those 2 points. Well, the most direct way is using the slope formula. Again, in my room, it's on the back wall in a poster. If you usually need to reference it, hopefully you don't need to, but it's there. Okay, so how do we find the slope using that formula? Well, since this is point 1 again, we'll call that x1 and y1 for point 1, because every point has an x and a y. So point 1 has x1, y1. The second point, let's call that x2 and y2. Okay, so plugging in the formula, y2 is 4, minus y1, be careful with your negatives, x2 is 8, minus x1 is negative 7. Again, be careful with your negatives. This is kind of a weird because we have a lot of negatives that we're minusing. But anytime we minus a negative, that's a plus. So hopefully you agree I get 20 over 15, which reduces to, dividing by 5, 4/3. Okay? Now, I also want to remind you that you could have done this with a quick sketch or graph. For example, could I not have, now this is going to be a rough sketch, warning, but could I not have gone ahead and gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Whew. So I'm way down here on a rough sketch. And my second point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So again, the theory is here's our line. What's the slope of that line? And if you counted up for the rise and counted across for the run, what you would have found out is this is 20 and this was 15. And then from there you could have gone ahead and reduced it to 4/3 again. Now let's check our answer, by the way. Number 3, notice, it is 4/3. Alright, so we're on the right track here. Okay, so let's go on the second problem. This one's a little tougher just because they want the equation of the whole line. So to save time, guys, I got to assume that you can find slope very well. And I'm just going to take y minus y over x minus x, just like I did on the previous problem. Okay, I'm going to get negative 4 over 1, which of course is negative 4. And we all know y equals mx plus b. And since we already know the slope is negative 4, I now have y equals negative 4x plus b. So notice the only thing I need to find now is the y-intercept b. How am I going to do that? Well, how about if we pick one of the points like 3, 5, follow the blue here, and 3, 5 tells me x is 3, y is 5. Let's see what we get now. 5 equals negative 12 plus b, right there, negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Adding 12 to both sides, b is 17. Hey, we know b, we already know m, hence the equation is simply y equals negative 4x plus 17. Let's check that with our answer key. Where are you? There it is, right there, ladies and gentlemen. Problem 15, y equals negative 4x plus 17. Alright, we're really on a roll now. Let's just do one more really quick. At the end of this worksheet, you have a series of multiplying with power or exponents kind of problems. And I just want to remind you guys that with multiplying, you do it the same way you did since elementary school. What I mean by that is that 4 times that 3 times that 2 is still 24, any way you look at it. 4 times 3, 12, times 2 is 24. Now the powers are a little different. What you need to remember, and hopefully still do, is that A4 times A2, right, is going to be A6, because I did 4 plus 2. You add powers or exponents when we are multiplying them. Okay, when we multiply. We add powers when we multiply, and that's what I wanted to remind you. So finishing up, notice I have a b squared, a b3, and a b4. So those b's are simply going to be 2 plus 3 plus 4, and 5 plus 4 is 9. So I have b9. So in case you can't see that very clearly, my final answer is 24. A6, B9. Let's check that real quick with our answer key. Look it right there, 24, A6, B9. Okay, so guys, that concludes this video, and hopefully you do a good job for me finishing up and checking all your answers and making sure you know everything and ask me questions when you don't. Till then, bye.